Hello, everybody. It's casual Friday. Still drinking the morning coffee. It's about lunchtime, though, here. So, tone chasing. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. And I've been thinking about this and just how I love how simple it is. One knob for amp, one knob for gain, one for reverb. I'm thinking, why can't more things be this simple? So I got the full size Helix, and you can tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak. And you can tweak yourself right out of a good tone. Right out of a good tone. And so many people do. And people go and buy presets and they think they have to spend money. And I just don't think it should be that complicated. So what I'm thinking about doing today is doing kind of a quick tutorial on how I would set up for a show on my Helix, or let's say something catastrophic happens and I totally lose my preset or something like that. And this is also going to be a testimonial on just how quick and efficient the workflow on the Line 6 Helix can be, and how you can get a killer lead sound really, really quickly and build a fairly complex preset really, really quickly. So I'm going to set up my camera here. We're going to just do a quick tutorial, and it'll kind of be timed. We'll see how fast we can make this happen, okay? So let's get to it. All right, here we are. So I'm literally filming my screen because I'm just not good at this sort of stuff, and my computer is about 1,000,000 years old. So we're on a brand new preset. I've already changed my input. Oh, there we go. Input gate on, and I like about 66, 67, or negative 66, 67, and I've already set my path to go down to 2A. So I want to use both paths because dual amp setup, you tend to run out of DSP. So let's just find amps that work here. I'm trying to find stuff that I can use with little to no tweaking. All right, and I also like to have my dirty amp to be one where if all else fails, I can just play with a dirty sound and get by, because I tell you, it has happened. We were at Country Fest playing, and a storm came through, and the side of our beer garden was open, and the rain literally tore through the side of the stage, and people rushed in, and we had to keep playing, and I had to cover up my Helix with a tarp, so I could not get to any of my foot switches. So that's what I did. I put it on a Marshall Plexi, and I just played. Turn down for cleans, and then turn up for gain. Because sometimes that does happen in the trenches. So I'm going to set this amp on my lowest foot switch down at the bottom here. Turn that off, and let's set up a clean channel. Fenders are good, right? How's this one? Sounds nice. And let's map that to the same channel, or the same foot switch. So then we can switch between the two. And we might have to change levels later, but that's not a big deal. All right, let's put a compressor on that. You know what? I don't think we even need to do that. I don't want a compressor. I don't feel like it. Normally I would, but we're in a hurry. Let's put an overdrive in front. That sounds good. You want to just use things that work. Just use things that work. So yeah, a Boss Super Overdrive into a Marshall is just normal. It just, you know that it works. sure you've noticed I haven't touched a single EQ on anything. Let's put a delay down here because we love the sauce. So a simple delay would work just fine. I do like the sound of the vintage digital. Turn down the feedback a bit and turn down the mix. I find that about 30% or roundabouts in there. And we're going to put that on our last foot switch. And we're basically done. And I've been diddling around and I've been talking quite a bit. So really, you can set up a simple 2-channel, perfectly giggable preset in less than 5 minutes. And I could have done this just as easily on the face of my Helix floorboard down here. And because we might need it for a Guns N' Roses song, let's just put a wah up here. And maybe a volume pedal down here for those hard stops. There. And you know what? I think I am actually going to gig with this preset next week because I think it sounds that good. So I hope you learned something. Just don't be over tweaking things. Don't be overthinking, because actually the most compliments that I've ever got, usually when I'm live talking about my tone, is just shit that I throw together quick and I don't even think about it. Just like Yngwie says, if it sounds good, it's good. Just go with your gut. And if it's too loud, you're too old. So that's it. So I hope everybody kind of understood the whole point of this little exercise. When you're building a preset, as you're going down and picking the things, if they don't work right away, just go to the next one. Especially on these modelers and these multi-effects processors. There's so many different, flavors of delay and distortion and everything. Just audition each one. If it doesn't work right away, try something else. Unless you're really, really trying to replicate, Eddie Van Halen's tone and, use the exact same stuff that he was using, or whoever, Randy Rhoads or Yngwie or whatever. But it just doesn't have to be that hard. I find that most people, even when they switch amps and they get all this new gear, most people just sound like themselves. They just do. And I'm sure you guys have seen the interview with Nuno Bettencourt, talking about, I got to use Eddie's rig. And then I was really disappointed because I still sounded like myself. And that's basically the lesson here. Just go through. If it sounds good, it's good. And just make it easy. Make it easy on yourselves. Don't work too hard. I mean, if you're like me, we're just going out and playing bars and stuff. People don't really care that much. Not that you don't have to try. Try, if you're really into the tone chasing and the quest for the ultimate tone, by all means, God bless you, go for it. But don't make it so hard on yourself. And for God's sakes, don't spend money on presets. I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever. So anyway, hope you learned something. Glad you joined me. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. And you guys have a good day, okay? Thank you.